Hi everyone, I'm Lucas. I'm an engineer at Coinbase. I'm on the Base team. Um, Thanks. uh, Today I'm going to be talking about building cross-chain apps with op-viem and op-wagmi. Um, yeah, we've spun up like a dev tooling pod on the Base team. We learned a lot launching Base in terms of like building a bridge from scratch, um, and I've had like really good conversations with some folks from OP Labs on this topic. So yeah, let's get into it. The problem. So the problem is building bridges is hard. We learned this when we had to build one from scratch pretty quickly. Um, you have to have like a pretty intimate understanding of the OP stack to really build a feature complete bridge. Um, and the tooling isn't great. There's an OP SDK, which is like a great start and really helped us get off the ground, but it's not really maintained. And both the dev tooling pod on the Base team and from then the folks from OP Labs agree that we needed tooling kind of in this direction um, to help people spin up quicker. And more people are starting to build on the OP stack, so it's time to give dev tooling some love and make it easier for people to spin up bridges and other cross-chain apps. The plan. I love the way that Wilson, someone on the Base team, put it in the original op-viem wagmi. Basically, the plan for op-viem was to create all the actions that users would want for building cross-chain op stack apps into an op stack client, which extends the standard VM client. So this would be things like getting L2 hashes for deposit transactions, bridging ETH, ERC20s, proving, initializing, and finalizing withdrawals. And then after we have that, build WAGMI style hooks so that developers can really quickly just spin up apps. Use a API that they're super familiar with and start making bridges or any other cross-chain app. So yeah, the first step in this was op-viem. These are TypeScript-ready VM extensions for OP stack chains. You can easily extend your VM clients and get access to public and wallet actions. And V1 is out now. We've gotten like really great feedback on this. We're going to keep building and maintaining it. People seem to be pretty stoked about it. So yeah, the next step in all this is op-wagmi, which is these like wagmi v2 style hooks that are meant to be like a higher level interface, kind of like the same difference between VM and wagmi, where wagmi's supposed to be kind of to get you spun up really quickly. And yeah, this is currently in development, but I'm going to show some of it here today. So let's build a superchain bridge. Cool. So I have this like kind of scuffed looking React app, which is just like a scaffolding for what could be a superchain bridge. Um, oh yeah, I could do that. Yeah, so basically I'm just going to write some quick code, fill out these to-dos to show you what it's like to build with op-wagmi. So I'm going to type real quick. Okay. So as you can see here, this is a standard like WAGMI v2 style hook. WAGMI v2 is in beta right now, but we're kind of like tracking the development of it and developing the op-wagmi hooks to be in the v2 style. You can see we call use simulate deposit ETH. We pass arguments like you would any other use simulate contract, right? And we pass an L2 chain ID, and we're just disabling the query so that it doesn't run automatically. You'll see the really nice thing here is that as a developer, I don't have to think about addresses or ABIs or what function I'm calling. I know I want to simulate an ETH deposit. I know the chain ID that I want to simulate the deposit to, and that's pretty much all I need to know. So we can go here. I'll put my address. Oh, and I'm on the wrong chain, I think. There we go. So the simulation went through. This isn't on chain or anything yet. So now we can implement that real quick. Cool. So you can see here, just like the use simulate hooks, the use write hooks are in the same style as WAGMI v2. We pass L2 chain ID. Again, I don't have to think about what address the portal's at, or I don't have to think about an ABI. We do all that under the hood. And yeah, when I'm ready to call my function to prompt like a wallet signature, I just pass the arguments that I want to call. And simulate sanity check and write the wallet prompt. Cool. So we have an L1 transaction, and this is on Gorley. So this is the deposit, just sending some ETH to the portal. And you'll notice another cool thing here is the L2 transaction hashes are deterministic, so we can actually get it. We can return it from the hook, and as soon as we're able to get the L1 receipt, we can show the L2 transaction hash. And this isn't going to get picked up and put into an L2 block for a few minutes, but still really nice feature to just be able to know what your L2 transaction hash is going to be. Cool. So I'll also really quickly show withdrawing similar situation. Let me just write this up real quick. Cool. Yeah. So just going over this real quick, you'll see it's again similar to the deposit hooks. For simulations, you pass the arguments directly to the hook. You pass a chain ID. This is going to be the L2 chain that you're withdrawing from. And again, just disabling so it doesn't run automatically. For writing the withdrawal, again, when you're calling the hook, you just pass a chain ID, and that'll give you a function that you can call with your arguments. Cool. So it looks like the simulation went through. And let's try writing. We get the wallet prompt. And we get the L2 transaction. So yeah, this is just a standard ETH withdrawal. Cool. Yeah. So I want to show that this L2 transaction hash is right, but I'll go back to the slides for now. So yeah, that's like a very simple superchain bridge. You can see, you don't have to have the knowledge of the OP stack really, or the bridging contracts. You can just call some hooks with APIs you're familiar with, and you're able to bridge. So what's next? op-viem, we're going to continue work on the 1.3 alpha version, which is built on VM version 2, which powers op-wagmi, which uses wagmi v2, which uses VM v2. And op-wagmi continue work on v1, hoping to release very soon. And yeah, build with us. All this stuff is open source. They're under the base org GitHub organizations. Yeah, like I said, op-viem already v1 has been released. Would love any contributions, comments, suggestions, and same with op-wagmi. Still very under development, but also open source. Would love to have contributions or any suggestions or ideas. And I don't think we have enough time, but yeah, that's op-viem and op-wagmi. Thanks. Do you want to share that? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, one last thing. There is an RFP that's going to be released soon for building a superchain bridge. So there's some alpha, and using op-viem and op-wagmi is going to make it really easy. So definitely recommend checking it out and keeping your eyes peeled for the RFP, which should be coming out soon. Thank you.